Afternoon, welcome to the channel. Bad Seed Brighton, beginning of August. Interesting week. Bank of England cut interest rates and had 2 viewings on the house, one of which was the longest viewing. They were inside for 15 minutes, which I think is good. And the second one, which was the shortest, they were inside for 3 minutes. So I guess they didn't like the house. We'll wait to see what the feedback is on the other one is. So I didn't mean to do the video. Hopefully you're about to watch. But I saw something and felt compelled to make a video. So this is a video about one property for sale in France that I saw on frenchproperty.com. It's for sale by Agence Newton, who are a well-respected immobilier estate agent or real estate agent, depending where you're watching this from, in France. And I think it's a great property. Let's take a look and you can tell me in the comments what you think. Thanks very much. Okay, so this property is situated in the Val De Loire. It's slap dab in the centre of France. It's in the Indre department in a commune called Chaillac, if I've pronounced that correctly. Personally, it's probably a little too far south for my liking. Like a lot of rural places in France, since, well, in my lifetime, population slowly decreasing, down from just under 1,400 to just over 1,000. It's shown as having record temperature of 40 degrees. I don't think that's current. I think that this part of France exceeded that last year. And I don't agree with the next slide with the rainfall. 7.8 centimetres seems low from what I believe. But what you can see, it's a lovely part of France. Indre is named after the river Indre. You've obviously got the Loire River also in this part of the world. And this is very typical France, rivers and chateau countryside. So this property is described as being a detached cottage in a rural location with a nice parcel of land of 1.4 hectares. Originally, it would have been 2 houses, but has been converted into one. Located in a quiet country lane, 5 minutes outside of the village of Chaillac itself. No close or immediate neighbours. There is a water supply to the property, but there is no septic tank, there's no mains drainage, there's no electricity. So looking at the property itself, if you can imagine that divided into 3, you have the property itself in the middle, and then that is sandwiched between a barn to the left of the property and an open, call it a double garage, on the right. And I suppose the obvious thing you would be doing here would be applying for permission to incorporate, I think, both the barn and the garage into the property. Looking inside the property, you can see someone has made a start. And I'm always curious when I see properties in this stage of renovation. Is that a property that someone has inherited and has put work into to stop it falling into disuse? Or is this a property that was someone's dream purchase and they haven't been able to complete it? Whichever is the case here, you can see someone, I think, has started off by making it watertight. I think the roof is good on this property. They've put double glazing windows in. It looks like a new ceiling has gone in throughout. You've got this lovely big open space that you could extend, as we said, even further by incorporating the barn and the garage. There's 2 bread ovens, which again look as if, to my untrained eye, look as if they've been renovated, but I'm not sure how well. There's a wood burner, room for wood burning stoves at each end. And then what really caught my eye is the mezzanine and the stairs and the area above. I think this looks absolutely charming. And this mezzanine seems to go off in both directions. You've got the stairs leading up, and then I suppose going in either direction, you've got at least room for 1, 2, perhaps even if you could get 3 in, 3 bedrooms. If not, if I was looking to make this a 3-bedroom property, I think either the barn or that garage is going to be incorporated. And in fact, it almost looks like you can see where previous access has been blocked off. And I can't really figure out. Well, I guess that does make sense, yeah. As I say, the roof is tidy, requires insulation, but it's looking new to me. And I think at the barn end, there is it needs making into a 2nd floor. I suppose don't forget the problem you've got here is no electricity. So in order to proceed with anything else, that's going to be the first job. It says there's water on site. I don't think the water actually gets as far as the building. And then you've also got your own well, and perhaps get a pump into that, see whether that's able to provide water to the property as well. And then I think this view here is one of my favourites of the property. As I said, 1.4 hectares. Look at that. That is flat, even ground. What a blank canvas to play with there. Personally, whatever property I get, I want to plant trees. I want to plant fruit trees. I like to dig a pond. I want somewhere for my beekeeping, somewhere for some animals, the garden. What a canvas. What a project. I'm really enthused by this. I don't know if it's the one for me purely because of the location. I think if it was further north, do you know what? I'll be tempted to buy it tomorrow. What do you think? Am I mad, or is it worth the asking price? Which I think I failed to admit. How much do you think this property is on for? think lack of electricity, lack of water limits the price. It's on at £73,000 sterling. And on top of that, you'd probably have between 5 and 10% notary fees. I think £80,000, the property is yours. Over to you. What do you think? So an interesting one. I think some really good pros and some cons, but an interesting property. Not the run of the mill, I don't think. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Thanks very much.